Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set up. It's a first down play. They'll try the option play here. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Press coverage now from the secondary. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
There's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in this opening possession. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Whoa, talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
He'll field the punt. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They'll run it to the left. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
Boy, a thing of beauty, right, Chris? A USC running back picking up a first down on the ground, and they've got so many great backs, and probably as many as anybody when it comes to counting up individual stars. I'm going back to guys like Charles White and Marcus Allen, both won the Heisman Trophy.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Snags the quick throw. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but you have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Pass caught. Second down now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. There's the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Third down coming up after that running play. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, SC.
You can't say enough about the quarterback and his toughness. He knew that he was going to get hit. He looks right down the barrel and makes the throw and gets rid of it before the contact for the touchdown.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Can he take it all the way? Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Trojans. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. For the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They've got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. And the ball to the ground. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Wow, that's just big-time awareness by his teammate to be able to scoop up that ball like it was a ground ball. As a result, the offense retains possession.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 48. 1st down play here. They're going to run the option. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong. And the defense jumps on the football. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Fired into a tight window and picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. He's at the 50. The 30. Inside the 20. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw him. The quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
Here's the point after attempt. PHC is good and still trail, though. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick 6, a devastating play. They've got to recover from that right now. And the single back takes the handoff. Tackle made at the 37. It's a solid game.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And it's caught. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Here's the 2nd down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Makes a quick grab. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision?
Clemson, 7.
And the quarterback dropping back, looking for his big tight end. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. You're head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
That's a first down for USC's offense. Nice job up front and an outstanding run here by this running back. What great tradition that USC has at running the football and having great backs. It's beautiful to see another good one here today.
And the Trojans will line up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
It's an option look. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a 1st down and a new set of downs. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. And he'll lost it to the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Short connection to the tight end here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Chris, this is a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for a nice game.
They prevent the touchdown ball be spotted at the 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. The shovel pass complete. Touchdown, Southern California. Strong game by this quarterback. They're setting out to try the PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Clemson offense is back out there. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? Running out of time in the pocket. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
2nd down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Good job by the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. Be short of the 1st down marker. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
We'll try to run it with the option. Pitch play to the back. Also run a bounce close to the end zone.
Oh, the running back, I think he might be frustrated. He has such a great gain, and somehow he gets pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. I think he wanted to take that one all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. I don't blame him.
Here's 1st and goal, a chance to really build this lead before halftime. He'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, USC. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Oh, look at the quick cut. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Running right through tacklers. And now the defense able to bring him down.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. They also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. On the move, looking deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. An explosive play, big gain. Spotted down near the 37. And now the defense. Spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Timeout, USC.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Defense looking to dial up some pressure here. And there's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Gain makes it 2nd and medium. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got some room. Can he get there? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes the catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Offense is back out on the field. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. Lets it go quickly. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice...
And here comes a deep shot. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
But Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the tight end. That's a strong stiff arm. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, SC.
Chris, that's his 2nd touchdown of the day. You talked about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
Extra point makes it 35-14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break.
Clemson, 14.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
And the Clemson offense will take over 1st and 10.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he's going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Time running down, just one play left here in the half. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors for a halftime update. The Tigers will kick this away to begin the second half. Fields it just outside the goal line. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. On the move. They finally get him down, but not before a huge return. Almost took it to the house. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. They really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Here's the option play. Pitches to the back. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
A wide receiver. Gain of 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And that run produces a decent gain. Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Receiver makes the catch.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
The offense already has one fourth-down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? Quarterback drops back. Touchdown, Trojans. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. A playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles and try to slow this guy down.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Here comes a handoff. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And it's complete downfield. They break him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the 1st down.
Really nice run by the back, but I want to give credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for the 1st down.
And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. First down. Looking to throw the football. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. On 1st down, it's play action. And he's hit just before the throw. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the 2nd half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
Suddenly off the interception, it's 1st and goal for this offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Battling down near the goal line, but loses the football. The defense recovers the fumble.
And when you get into this big a game on this kind of stage in the 2nd half and you're trailing, you just cannot afford to put the ball on the ground. The defense is attacking, trying to get the ball out. They do. Ball's on the ground, and this could be the end of the game.
And the USC offense is back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Receiver in motion now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's an outbound. The catch made. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. First down here for this offense. Here's the handoff. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They're going to run it. Powering through. Physical run, breaking tackles. They finally make the tackle, but the big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 47. Just pounding away for another big gain. You wonder if this defense is beginning to lose its will a little bit.
I think they are losing their will. You can tell by the way they're tackling. It's been a very impressive performance by this offense and by this running back. You got to believe they're just looking to add to this lead with yet another touchdown.
Finding enough space for a solid game before they stop it.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Looking to pass this time. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
This quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
And they pick up the first on the ground. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. Keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
And they'll give it to the back.
Well, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern California. And the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. And they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And the return brought down by the coverage team there.
And the Clemson offense will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They moved the ball into plus territory last time, but it ended in a fumble. They can't do that again, trailing on the scoreboard. It's the running back in the flat. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Looking to pass here on second down. Fires it to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Boy, this is a big play by this offense. They go on the post route. It's a perfectly run route. It looks like the ball is going to be overthrown, but how about the receiver laying out to bring that one in for the big gain?
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where in the heck was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. An inside give now from the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
On the play. Second down.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Bringing pressure. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
He's running and looking for a big play here. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
They'll work the clock here with the running game. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
When these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
And now from the pistol formation.
Jackrabbit.
Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Gets into space at the 50. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff from the shotgun. And that run goes nowhere, and that'll be the final play of the ballgame. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now